Hello viewers, I'm Khalil Ahmed. Pakistani business community always complains about the incentives, always talks about the taxation, always talks about the energy crunch, and also about the availability of credit at low rate, like discount rate must be in single digit. How these problems could be solved and what government must do in order to ensure that the business community feels at ease and there is ease of doing business. To discuss all these issues, I am joined by Mr. Tariq Yousuf, the former president of Karachi Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Pakistan's export sector, Pakistan's SME, Pakistan's large-scale manufacturing, Pakistan's taxation, Pakistan's imports, these are the things which people talk a lot. In addition to that, of course, inflation has been a major issue in Pakistan. Now, as far as investment is concerned, what must Pakistan do which has not been done so far by any government? What must the incumbent government do to ensure that there's more and more foreign direct investment in Pakistan?
The first thing I feel is necessary for investment is the ease of doing things.
That's right.
And taxation is a system of taxation. Taxes are there, of course, but the system desires a very easy process. People are scared of registrations, and then unfortunately we have a lot of registrations in this country. To be able to do business, to be able to expand, to be able to start a business, it is very necessary that a conducive environment is given to the investor. If we do not give an environment to the investor that he can come and start at the will, at the time, at the place he wants to do it, then it is not possible to achieve the targets. Investment is a thing which needs a lot of comfort, and it is a very shy commodity also.
That's right.
It's a very shy commodity. Little disturbance, it goes away.
That's right.
So nobody wants to run away from taxation system because you have to be there in order to grow. But then it should be simple. We have a lot of discretionary powers to our establishment for tax collection or other institutions. We must cut down those. We should cut down the number of inspections which are there, and people are scared of that.
And why do you think that there's so much this trend of inspections and it's kind of over inspection?
Yes.
Kind of. Why is it so? Why is it so? What could
Well, it has been there for a long time, but now it is a hurdle for investment.
It is. It is.
We have to have social benefit schemes like so many we have in our country, but they should not be a barrier to work.
That's right.
We have to see that what are the how are they being used, and then secondly, are we really giving the benefits of those facilities? No, we are not able to reach that target. We must look into that what is the yield. A person who is paying a tax, he should be comfortable that my contribution for this particular job is really well utilized. That is not being done. So there are various factors, and but on the top of it, the discretionary powers with all the departments, I would say, is a serious concern.
And like in addition to that,
yes,
like when we look at the growth of the largest economy of the world, which is the United States of America, it is an open secret that the US economy is driven by small and medium enterprises, and generally they encourage the startups. I was having discussion with a businessman, with an entrepreneur from the UAE, and he said to me that we are startup friendly country. And he said that if you look at the world, if you look at the large economies, number one friendly country in the world, startup friendly country is US.
Yes, I would say UAE.
Yeah. US, you're right. US is number one. Then of course there's China. Then there are countries like Switzerland and Netherlands is there. In addition to that, we have the countries like Canada. But in Pakistan, why is it so that we are not startup friendly? Though we, like recently, you might have seen that the government announced a 1.1 billion rupees package to encourage SME sector to create employment opportunities. But nothing has been materialized, it seems. Why is it
You
so?
are referring Netherlands, Switzerland, these are developed countries. We should take the examples of those countries which have developed in the last 20 years or 25 years. And for that, I think China is a very, very good
You're right.
example.
You're right. Yes.
China has, you can't count them, the number of SMEs they have. And people, they work in a condition where they do not have fear of anybody coming asking them, why are you doing this, why you are living in your own factory, and so on and so forth. The conducive environment. And then no puchgach.
That's right. That's right.
So
Just do the business.
yes, and even if you look at Japan, maybe 20 years ago, it was a country of SMEs. Now it is into large scale business, into technology.
Even today in startups, it is in top 10.
You have to see even Korea, SMEs. You see, SMEs are the backbone of this country.
You're right.
And with our literacy level, to be able to cope up with the legal requirement of documents, it is not possible for a SME in Pakistan to be able to furnish them according to the desire of law.
I understand. So, like again, you look at the population growth rate 2.6%, population around 250 million. And if it is 2.6% growth, it means that we are going to grow, and maybe in next 10 years we might be 300 million people in the country. There are no employment opportunities.
My submission, and I have been pursuing when I was at Karachi Chamber as president, we have to look at job opportunities when you are referring to population growth and all these things. If you are not able to employ the young people, then it is a very disastrous situation.
It is.
I think that it is also the growing need that has to be catered. And the more the people, the more the requirement.
That's right.
And then more the imports of everything, starting from petroleum to household thing. But unfortunately, we are not able to really encourage SMEs into this country, where we can start making those products. Everybody is now focusing on textiles and t-shirts and trousers and so on. These are the main exports from Pakistan. But there are so many things which Pakistan is importing. We must adopt the policy of import replacement, that we should not pay the value addition job to a foreign country. We should do it here in our country. We should utilize our labor. We should have the value addition of the part of value addition with us. So, and for this, in fact, we have to look at the import levels. We have to discourage import, liberal import. If we cannot do that for so many reasons, of course, but we must have some initiatives for a small scale industry to be able to contribute in the economy.
Since you're talking about a small scale industry, so small scale and cottage industry, there's one sector called carpet manufacturing sector. People in carpet manufacturing say that we send raw material from Pakistan to Afghanistan, then something takes place over there, then unfinished products are sent back to Pakistan, then over here we finish and then we export. And like the export of carpets is not even $1 billion, but it has significant contribution in the economy. But there are so many taxes which they are worried about. So what must be then? Like they say that, you know, carpet manufacturing process is quite complex. Government needs to ensure that the taxes at the border are eliminated so that we may get kind of incentive and we may increase our production.
I myself have been involved in the manufacturing of yarn for carpet industry. And I know that at one time we had a lot of export of hand knotted carpet from Pakistan, which is almost at 10% or 15% level. Now it has shrunk, it has gone down. It has gone to Iran and Afghanistan, our neighboring countries. It is only for the reason, I think, that the labor cost directly or indirectly, has influenced this industry. And now the cost of woolen raw material has also gone up. The market is also shrunk in this case. Synthetics have taken over the share of woolen hand knotted carpets.
I understand.
That's one reason.
But what about the taxes at the border? Like the, people when they export and import, the taxes, do they matter a lot in terms
Not
of?
really.
Not really.
Not really. The
I
government
understand.
has the facility for importation of raw material under different schemes, and that is not a main concern, I would say so.
What about
Because
the
there is no sales tax, first of all, on exports, and so on, so also on raw materials. So I think that's not the issue.
I understand. Around 1 million people left Pakistan in 2023. This is something which has been reported in media. These individuals have gotten employment opportunities in foreign countries. These are the skilled and educated individuals. They've gone to foreign countries. It, in a way, is brain drain. It is a kind of loss to the country. But again, we'll be getting remittances also. How do you see all this?
I would say they have gone, they have been educated, they have been trained, they have learned at the cost of Pakistani money. And we are not able to utilize that. This is very unfortunate part of it. Although they are sending money back to Pakistan to some extent, but the yield of their knowledge and expertise can be more beneficial to the country if they remain here. I'll again repeat this, that until and unless we do not have environment for investment, because what is investment? You see, investment is a source of employment.
That's right.
Investment is a source of employment. Investment is a source of peace and harmony in the country.
That's right. That's right.
If people are satisfied, they find job, they find good living and everything, so on and so forth. We have to look at this point of view.
I was looking at the figures of the foreign direct investment, US being number 1, and this is consecutive 12th consecutive year. In addition to that, China attracts plenty of investment, not only from Europe but other countries as well. China invests in other countries also. India is able to invest and attract investment. There are so many countries which invest and attract investment. As far as Pakistan is concerned, what must be done at this particular juncture to ensure that foreign direct investment is attracted? Though we have recently seen some development from Qatar, from UAE, from Saudi Arabia.
You see, these countries are investing into mega projects. You will not find a small investment coming from other countries. And I think that foreign investments into China or vice versa, China is a source of supply. All those things which were being done in Europe or other expensive countries have been shifted for their own requirement to cut down the price and find the same product under their own supervision for the much lesser price. So we are also able to do that. We have very good youth.
So China has become manufacturing powerhouse just because of low labor cost or because of encouragement to the
Both.
I understand.
Both. Yes, of course, both.
And we need to learn from China and the other countries.
China is a very good example for progress.
I understand. So in the days to come, how do you see Pakistan's economic landscape in terms of foreign direct investment and employment opportunities for the youngsters in particular?
I would say that I have been advocating this issue that government must take on board the people who are known as investors, and they should be encouraged, whatever the means they finally come to and decide, that you make the investment. Even we have been making offers. We can do it. Please give us a chance to do that. So
you have gotten the expertise.
Pakistani investors are capable of, you see, if you go back into history, 1964, almost 60 years now, we were manufacturing cars in this country.
That's right. The decade of development.
Yes. So, I mean, when we could do a thing 60 years ago, why not today? We are the same people.
Only investment friendly, business friendly policies are required.
Yes, I think so.
I understand. Local investors, how do you see them, like at this particular juncture when we know that discount rate is being reduced at the moment, it is 15%, but there is every likelihood that it would come down, and there's every likelihood that it might be in single digit. So local investors, are they looking at these opportunities and are they willing to invest in Pakistan?
You see, why not? It certainly matters, the low interest rate, it certainly matters. But SMEs are beyond this. They are not into this mainly financing arrangement, because people, if you look at Karachi in particular, small plots, rented, but they are SMEs.
That's right.
Yeah. So they are not into this. The only thing is that cost of doing things. We have serious issues with power price. We have serious issues with the availability of utilities, and which covers water and gas. So if we are able to provide to SMEs less expensive ways of doing things, then it will automatically promote industrialization in Pakistan.
How competitive could we be if we are given these incentives? For instance, if we look at just neighboring countries, say look at India, in terms of textile, in terms of rice export, these are two things. How do you see all this if suppose incentives are offered by the government? If for instance energy prices are reduced, they are curtailed, for instance the availability of gas and electricity is there.
Try it out, you will see what happens. You see,
there will be tremendous progress.
Yeah, because you see, February 2023, the power price was 23 rupees. Today it is 54 rupees.
My goodness.
We are able to survive, some are not able to survive.
I understand. So, like talking about Karachi Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Karachi Chamber of Commerce and Industry has been advocating for the business friendly environment, and you being the former president of Karachi Chamber of Commerce, what do you think that Karachi Chamber of Commerce and Industry wants to do and is unable to do?
You see, Karachi Chamber is basically, I call it a resolution institute. They have problems, we try to resolve them. That's our job. And during my tenure, we had problem for foreign exchange. If you remember 2 years ago, the containers were stuck for 4 months. We had that time also. Then there was problem in opening LCs. So Karachi Chamber is basically on a day-to-day issues, and we wish that government take on board all the chambers, not only Karachi Chamber, for making the policies, because we know what are the actual problems.
Budget proposals sent by Karachi Chamber of Commerce and Industry, are they considered, and do they, like again, Finance Ministry, the people, the economic managers?
Yeah, we can say Karachi Chamber proposals are considered, but at the last minute, or there are some difficulty, or there are some disagreements. At that time, we are not able to talk to the government and negotiate. This is what exactly I had a chance to speak at the Senate also, and I said that if we make a resistance, or we make a hue and cry against certain measures, then at least we should sit down and discuss क्या मसला है आपका, how to resolve it.
I understand. Well, let's see what transpires in the days to come. Anyways, it's wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much for coming over.
Thank you.
Well, viewers, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching.